Hey everybody, today we are making some snowflakes. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a pot with some water, some borax, a couple of jars, pencils, and some pipe cleaners. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to get a pot with about 8 cups of water in it, and you're gonna wanna put that on high heat to start it to boil. Now that we got our water boiling, we're gonna add in our borax. Again, it's about 8 cups of water, 3 cups of borax. You're just gonna pour this into the boiling water, stirring it around. And you're just gonna continue to boil this until the water turns clear. Just gonna let this go for another minute or so. And then our water should be pretty clear. It's okay if there's still a few borax crystals on the bottom of the pot or floating around in there. It's okay, you just want the majority of the water to have turned clear. Okay, now that our water has turned pretty clear, we had this boiling for about roughly 3 minutes, I'd say. We're gonna go ahead and shut that heat off, and we're gonna remove the pot from the heat. Yeah, and as you can see, our water is back to clear. So now we're gonna let that cool for a bit before we start to handle it, and then we're gonna pour the water into our jars. So I'll see you back here in just a minute. Okay, while our borax water is continuing to cool, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some pipe cleaners. Any color. I happen to have these green ones left over from some winter Christmas crafts, so that's what I'm using. You can use whatever you have on hand. You're going to want to leave a long end that you will be hooking to a pencil to put down into your jar. So keep a pretty long end at the top. And then you're just going to bend these into a snowflake shape. Keep in mind, snowflakes are 6-sided. But again, these don't have to be perfect. It doesn't really matter. But you do need to keep in mind that it has to fit into your jar. So when you're forming your snowflake, make sure that it will fit down into the mouth of your jar. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep forming my snowflake shapes. And as you can see, I'm doing 3 of them. As you can see, I transferred my water into a Pyrex measuring cup just to make it a little easier to be able to pour it into my jars. Okay, now that we have our jars full, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your pipe cleaner with your little snowflake. I know mine doesn't really look like a snowflake, but like I always say, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just supposed to be fun. So that's my snowflake there. You're going to take the long end, and you're going to wrap it around a pencil. Again, you want to make sure that the snowflake doesn't touch the bottom when you put it into the jar. Then just wrap this around the top of the pencil, and then we're just going to stick those down in there. And now we wait, and we'll see you in about an hour.